We're used to seeing predators dominate over their prey in the animal kingdom. But in some cases, the prey can flip the script on its predator and pose a serious threat. Sometimes a rivalry may be between two predators, clashing over the same territory. In other cases, food and territory may not even be the issue, as there are some wild animal species who just plain straight seem to dislike each other. Strap yourselves in, because in today's episode of Top Quick Peek, we're counting down 10 of the biggest animal rivals that do not get along. Some of these species are just natural-born enemies, like lions and hyenas. But surprisingly, even some of the most peaceful herbivores, like the elephant and rhinoceros, are known to have their fair share of disagreements, sometimes resulting in death. And if you want to see how the mongoose has adapted to cobra snake attacks, then you'll definitely want to stick around for number 1. So let's take a look at some of these natural-born rivals, shall we? Number 7. Lion versus hyena. If the Lion King has taught us anything, it's that lions and hyenas do not get along, unless the lion is a jealous, power-hungry tyrant looking to overthrow his king brother. Since the beginning of their time, lions and hyenas have been competing over the same hunting territories. And while in documentaries, lions are almost always portrayed as kings, and hyenas as the lowly thieves, the truth is that both species are known to steal from one another, and are even known to attack each other's young. While lions are bigger, stronger, and pack a serious bite, hyenas' strength lies in their greater numbers, which can make a serious difference to the outcome of an encounter between these two rivals. Tension increases as the two compete for the same food, and it's not uncommon for the rivalry to turn into full-blown fights to the death. Fact of the matter is, when a clan of hyenas faces a pride of lions, there's no way of knowing who will come out alive. Thought that was some serious rivalry? Wait till you see a mongoose take on a snake. Number 6. Killer whale versus white shark. So how do you deep-sea predators keep busy while the lions and hyenas are duking it out? Working out a rivalry of their very own, of course. It's hard to believe anyone would challenge an apex predator such as a great white shark. The great white is a beast when it comes to hunting seals and penguins, and have occasionally been known to attack not only humans, but boats too. Whales, in comparison, are generally seen as peaceful giants, with the exception of the ruthless killer whale that has more than earned its name. These highly intelligent 12,000-pound predators compete over the same hunting grounds as their razor-toothed 2,000-pound rival, and will not shy away from having a confrontation if it comes down to it. Before placing your bets on the outcome of such a gruesome fight, check out this story. Observers in the Farallon Islands once witnessed a giant orca stunting a great white shark by ramming it in its flank before taking it from behind, turning it upside down and drowning it. Number 5. Ants versus lizard. From deep-sea giants to the tiniest crawlers, vicious animal rivalries can be found anywhere, like this one between fire ants and lizards. Although ants are a common food source for a lizard, when they come prepared for a fight, things can get ugly real fast and turn the predator into prey. This is especially true when it comes to tiny fire ants, who've invaded parts of southeastern US and began flipping the script on these reptiles. Fire ants have once been recorded killing and dismembering a 3-inch long fence lizard in just under a minute. But lizards are evolving rapidly to survive the invasion of deadly fire ants. The reptile has learned to shake it off, so when fire ants climb onto its skin, it twitches vigorously to rid itself of the insects and run away to safety. This behavior is not seen in fence lizards that don't have to deal with fire ants. The war is still ongoing, but it's impossible to tell of who of these little crawlers could win in a deadly face-off. Number 4. Elephant versus rhino. With more than enough food to go around, you'd be right in assuming that there's no reason for these two plant-eating giants to mess with each other. But something called a mutts period in elephants can quickly mess with that peaceful coexistence. During a muss, male elephants experience an uptick in testosterone, reaching up to 60 times their normal levels. During this raging period of puberty, male elephants turn highly violent and are likely to attack anything during this time. But rhinos are just about the only species that'll fight back. However, their pointy horns may not always be enough to fight off a 14,000-pound elephant. In February 2000, a young group of highly aggressive orphaned elephants at an African park were reported to have killed 36 rhinos during their mutts. The lack of adult influence may have exacerbated the problem, because this young group of elephants didn't just happen to cross the rhinos' path, they were actually hunting them down. Case in point, these guys know how to throw their weight around. Number 3. Bees versus giant hornets. The war between bees and giant hornets is one brutal massacre. Giant Asian hornets are about 5 times the size of a regular honeybee and can fly up to 15 miles per hour. They like to feed honeybee larvae to their young, and so begins one of the most incredible rivalries in the whole animal kingdom. Giant hornets invade beehives in search of larvae and destroy everything on their hunt for food. They cut the bees' heads off with their mandibles, and when bees try to sting their enemies and attempt to fight back, they cannot penetrate the hornet's stronger armor. A single hornet alone can take down 20 bees per minute. However, the bees have developed one of the most spectacular defense mechanisms in nature against their reckless invaders. Instead of stinging them, they surround the hornet by the dozens and form a sort of a bee ball around it. They then begin viciously vibrating and heating it up until the hornet is fried to death. Nature always finds a way, and so did the honeybees. Number 2. Hippo versus crocodile. When they're not fighting off giant anacondas, crocodiles are known to trade blows with their larger river rival, the hippopotamus. Don't let the goofy, approachable vibe of these massive herbivores fool you. Cute and round as they may seem, to a larger predators they are nothing but a huge piece of meat. Hippo calves are a tempting snack to large predators like the crocodile, but the ferocity and aggression of hippo bulls makes them a risky target. That classic wide-mouthed hippo yawn is actually a sign of aggression. Hippos are so used to being gnawed on by their rival predators, they'll attack them simply for getting too close. In fact, crocodiles are often viciously relocated or even killed by these giant vegetarians. We saved the best for last, but before we move forward, here's a quick challenge you definitely don't want to miss. If you can like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, you'll have 10 years of amazing luck. Hurry up, the clock's ticking. Number 1. Cobra versus Mongoose. Alright, the rivalry you've all been waiting for. The Mongoose versus the Cobra. Even the largest predators wouldn't be crazy enough to face off with the deadly poisonous snake. And yet, a 2-foot mongoose is the exception. According to one Greek historian, they were even gusty enough to steal crocodile eggs for food. But where would a fuzzy, warm-blooded mammal such as a mongoose get the courage to stand his ground against a venomous cobra? Well, aside from being highly intelligent and agile, mongooses have specialized acetylcholine receptors that make them resistant and sometimes even completely immune to snake venom. With that kind of ace up its fiery sleeve, it's no wonder the mongoose is fearless enough to stand against a venomous cobra, and even emerge as a victor in most cases. Mongoose 1, Cobra 0. And that's it for the biggest animal rivals that do not get along. Which of these rivalries surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, you're going to love our next video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Chings.